Hi girls, and welcome to today's class. We are going to be working heavily today on the scalp. I really want to emphasize how important it is to work on the scalp, because if you think about it, it's half of the head and it's completely connected to the face. So if there's tension and stiffness in the scalp and it doesn't move very well, any movement that is on the face is going to get stuck. So if you imagine I've got really tight scalp here at the top, if I was to lift my eyebrows, can you see how it all bunches together? It's congested because this is tight and pushing up against it. But if we had movement here and it could move and it had that flexibility, when you lift your brows, that's also going to move back with it. So it's going to release or reduce the chances of you getting deep forehead line, but also in the side of the face, you know, we're going to be working on the temporalis muscle here. And when that's tight, it also pushes down, and it can push down really all the way down into the jowls and the neck. So let's get into it. We're going to start with doing some lymphatic drainage. So I'm going to get you to draw some circles just above your left collarbone. And then we're going to take it underneath the ear, behind the angle of the jaw, and then slide down towards that first point. Just nice gentle pressure here. Then underneath the jaw, circles, and other direction, and then glide from under the chin back to the ear and the collarbone 3 times. This is going to really help to depuff, just open up those lymphatic pathways. Then fingertips to the cheek, so just under the cheekbone here, place on that area and draw circles. 3 in each direction. And then we're going to glide down underneath the chin and follow that path down. So we're not dragging on the skin here, just really light pressure. And 3 times. Lovely. Take it to the other side, right collarbone, circles, underneath the ear, and then glide down. You might notice as well that you take swallows while you're doing this, which is a really good sign, moving that lymph. And glide from underneath the chin, under the ear, to the collarbone. And then finally on the other side, on the cheek. And you might also notice that you feel calmer already. Really nice, girls. Okay, we're going to work into the temporalis muscles first. So I want you to take your finger pads and we're moving deeply. So we're not just gliding over the skin here, going deep, really picking up that tissue, work into that tissue. We're going to begin just in front of the ears where the hair starts. And I want you, instead of just taking circles with the fingers, see how my fingers are moving, take them with the full, almost imagine down to the elbows. That's all drawing circles, so one big movement, deep into the tissue. We're picking that tissue up, working all the way up to the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders. And then when you get to the top, I'm almost drawing a figure of 8 to really make sure all of that's moving. I'm going to do that a couple of times. Deep circles, about the size of a pea. Picking up that tissue. You can drop the chin, drop the head slightly, and then start moving figure of eights as you get to the crown of the head. And one more time. Deep circles. Close off the eyes and really get lost in this movement. Connect to the areas of tension that you might feel. Breathe. And then that figure of eight. Really good. You can shake off the arms, and you can pause this video if you want to give your arms a rest, because it will be quite heavy on the arms and the hands. We're going to work backwards now on the temporalis. So we've just worked diagonally, we're going to work straight back. So exactly the same, but straight back. Deep circles. Relax those shoulders. And if you're like me and you tend to frown, bring that attention to the area between the brows and make sure that you keep going back to relax it, because it can be just a habit and concentration, but just check in with that muscle that you're not, relax that area. Also helps to close the eyes for that reason. And one more time. Really good, girls. Really nice. This is really going to help lift this eye area and really the whole side of the face. It will help define your cheekbones. This is a really important one to do a good few times a week. Now we're going to work through, I'm taking my hands and just drawing figure of eights, moving that tissue. So I'm almost I'll just do it on my chest here, alternating the circles. So one circle and then the other, move them together, all over the scalp. And you might find pockets, areas that are a little bit more tight, maybe a little bit tender. That's okay, but the aim here is to move that tissue. So you see how I see it in my brows? That's a good sign. We're moving. Breathe. Work all the way into the back. Right down to the back of the scalp. This is an essential part of your face care routine. The scalp has got to be included, and it feels really good. Okay, just give it a little bit of vibration, and then we're going to take the knuckles right to the base of the skull and just backwards and forwards along those muscles, along the base of the scalp. Really good. So good, girls. I hope that feels nice and invigorating and energizing. We're not finished yet. I really like to finish my scalp massage with a masseter release, a jaw release. So we're going to work into the masseter. Open your mouth wide and you can feel that muscle. It's like a brick. Well, underneath the cheekbone down to the jaw. So when we're doing this movement, just make sure you're not on the soft tissue, you are on that muscle. Just open the mouth slightly, relax the jaw, make sure the jaw is straight down. You can tend to, when you're working on the side, just take note if your jaw shifts to the side a little bit. Make sure it's straight down. Hook underneath the cheekbone, the top of the masseter, and we're going to glide down. This is really deep pressure, no digging and no pain, but we do want to be working deeply here. I'm using the pressure mostly on this part of the finger. So in, I hold the jaw just to keep note of whether it's moved or not. So straight down with the jaw, nice and relaxed, and glide. Completely normal to feel lumps and bumps. Really good. So I worked 3 lines forward, 3 lines back, and then the other side. Don't open the mouth too much, just nice and relaxed. Glide. You can drop the weight of the head in if it takes some pressure off the fingers. And work back. Really good, girls. Just take the hands to that masseter, just nice gentle circles to relax that muscle we just worked on, and you are good to go. Hope you enjoyed that class, and I will see you next week.